with us, whether they like it or not. Then you said we should comment, you said kudos to FCT minister. Me, I will not say the why, because it's a lapses of our government. If we are talking about cabbages, all those babambola and other things, primary school, let me tell you, let me not use this word, but let me break it down like this. The government know what to do. If billions of naira, you will be having billions of naira, and you go out to those communities that you call. I am not in Abuja. I don't even know Abuja. I only call on radio in Abuja. But if you go on those communities, princess, go out and see out of African. Go out and see how primary school are. How many children are there? What kind of children they are there? When 500,000 are paying in some of the private school, or more than 1 million, 2.4 million are paying inside the main city of the Abuja private school. Who owns this private school? That this money will not be allocated to a community that FCT minister, maybe his son or his daughter, will go to Gwagwa and study in the primary school. They failed us. I will not comment anything. Why? Because it's the country, the people leading us are failing people, are failures. In the 21st century, primary school, we still writing on the board, Abba, Abba, Abba. Go to university. I am number one of it. Go and see.
All right.
Things, Dabaru. But one person will hold billions of naira. That you cannot fix primary school. If you don't fix primary school, if you don't fix school, why not a scavenger will not be disturbing?
All right.
Why people will not be disturbing? Beggars will not be disturbing. Is it what? Is it not poverty? It's poverty that makes you to beg. If you have what to do, industry, thousands of industries in Abuja, will you see who will come and beg? Princess.
All right. Thank you so much, Obasanjo. Thank you for that contribution. Well, we feel you on that one. I mean, so many times these experiences, they just push you to the extreme, and then you just want to lay out all of your thoughts. But thank you so much for joining us on the show today, Obasanjo. However, the statement about the education, about the fact that education is free here in the city of Abuja, it's not entirely accurate. We haven't been able to, completely verify that it is accurate. But there have been reports of strikes by primary school teachers in the FCT over unresolved welfare concerns that has led to the closure of public primary schools, and the situation seemed to be ongoing as of the latest information that was made available to the press. But I mean, if that is something that is in the works right now, it will be a welcome development, because many times, the likes of Alamin have come out to say that the government does not owe anybody education. At least primary education is the basic that the government owes their citizens. So if that is even made available at first, children have the foundational years of educational experience, would have more enlightened people, because of the truth, most of the things that we know, how we speak, our mannerisms, some of these things are formulated, or formed during our foundational years in the educational system. So that will also be a very welcome development. But let's hear you. What are your contributions? What are the reports you have about the city of Abuja? I know many times people have come out to talk about the traffic lights that are completely covered with the leaves, but I think they're environmentals, they're people who are charged with the responsibility of ensuring that this place is safe or the area is kept tidy. But I'll see what we can do with it from our end to reach out to these people. Hello, good morning to you.
Good morning, Princess.
What?
I greet Ambassador Salasi. I greet Obasanjo President. Donatus from Niger State.
It's who?
Donatus.
All right. Thank you so much, Donatus, for joining us on the show.
Thank you very much. I think if you want to increase our educational system from power, they should make it free education all over the country. Not only if at all the institute is going to contain the whole of the children all over the federation, okay, I think we should all invite them. Make it be general. If you refuse to cease all our primary school education, I'm telling you, automatically you are inviting Boko Haram and the rest of them. You understand? Some people need to be sensitized. Some people need to be educated. The importance of education. You understand? You will see that all this insecurity will be less. By the time you feel as if it doesn't concern me, my brother, you have power today, tomorrow you may not be of power. Or some of nature may even call you. The insecurity will affect you. I think we should do what is right at the right time. That's what I think. Thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Donatis, for that contribution right there. We're all literally blaming, the poverty, the insecurity in the system to the lack of proper education. Do you think, Ife? Let's hear you.
Obasanjo just said something that poverty is the reason why we have this scavengers, aka Babambola, on the street. Poverty is the reason why we have, school children that are of, school age on the street. Well, somewhat true, with regards to, the out of school children that we have. But poverty is not solely the reason why we have these scavengers. It is not the reason or the only reason why we have thieves, pickpockets everywhere. Now, previous administrations, because a number of people would always make reference to, the former President Goodluck Jonathan's administration. Life was much more peaceful, and things were far cheaper at the time compared to what is obtainable now. Let's not also forget in a hurry that at that time too there were also concerns that things were expensive, or the cost of living is too high and all of that. But here we are pushing the blame right on this administration that the policies are somewhat harsh and harsh, strict if you like, but does that also justify the fact that we now have pickpockets, we have thieves, we have scavengers constituting nuisance, that we now have truckload of beggars in the FCT? You see a full-grown man, he's not handicapped in any way. He's on the street begging. You've got hands, you've got legs. Why can't you work for money? You're not even dumb. You can see, or you're not even blind. You're not deaf. But you're there asking for money.
Yet you see these people who are deaf. You see these people who are physically challenged. You see, they don't have legs. They are creative. They are working.
They are working. Yes.
There's a particular bridge. I think it's in Gwarimpa, or we are one of those bridges. This guy doesn't have legs. He's deformed, really. And every day you see him clean on top of that bridge. He sweeps that bridge every time. I see him every time I am on that bridge. I see him every single time trying to tidy that place. And the bridge is always very clean when you come there. So people give him money. At least this person is not begging.
Yes.
You know that he's handicapped. You know that
he's making efforts.
Exactly. He's
to cause a change.
Exactly. He's not in a position where he can help himself right now. But he's still trying to do something so that you see him beyond his disability.
Yeah.
And I really would give such a person money.
Honestly,
I really would give such a person money. But you see someone who sits by the roadside, is not doing anything. Let me tell you something. I had a friend one time who we had one of this beggar sit on the road.
Okay.
And then that my friend was like, I want to just do something for this person. I feel like I should do something for this person. And then they asked the woman, what can we do for you? What do you want us to do for you so that you can leave the road? And she says, if you give her money, she's going to start frying a car on the road and it's going to give her money. And they asked her how much is going to be enough for her. She said 30,000.
Okay.
He made it 100,000.
Wow.
Guess what? We came back a week or a month later and we saw that woman begging on the street.
I've seen so many videos that actually speaks to that. A number of vloggers, right? Who they do that for content. They just go on the street, they see random beggars, and they decide to let me do a little, let me do something to change your life.
Yeah.
Some would even go as far as renting an apartment for them just to get them off the street, and then 2 months later they come back to see if these people are still there or not.
And they're still there.
In fact, that's to tell you that poverty, it is relative. We have poverty of the mind. There are people that even if you empower them with ₦1 million just to get them off the street, they will still want to go back because they are making a lot of money from begging.
My dear, it's so crazy. It's so crazy. But yes, let's go to another very thought-provoking story that I did see sometime. I think it was yesterday. Yesterday was 7th, right?
Right.
Was yesterday. Now, the story was about how a DPO in Abuja staffed and locked up a 14-year-old boy with criminals for 2 days over abusive words on a female classmate. So he says that he was also the person was also denied food brought by his family members for the 2 days that he was in detention, and he was kept in the same place with hardened criminals. It was a 14-year-old boy that was identified as Thank God, and he was locked up for 2 days, like I said, and tortured on alleged order of the divisional police officer, DPO, in charge of the Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja Police Station. Bayer Umar Sani has gathered. That's a reporter who gave the complete update on it. And he said he was also denied food brought by his family members for the 2 days he was in detention and kept in the same place with hardened criminals. Now, it was reported that Thank God is a senior secondary school 1 student, and on Monday he had an issue with a female classmate who vowed to deal with him for using abusive words on her. On the 5th of November, Thank God came back from school, and a man came and held him on his trousers. The man was not on uniform. So the man asked him why and what happened. So the man told them that he's a police officer, and he showed them the ID card. And he says a relative of the boy was one who gave these reports that someone came and harassed the boy. And according to the relative now, he told us he was sent to come and arrest Thank God by the DPO. And the DPO's name is Bayer Umar Sani of the airport station. He explained that Thank God and a girl in the school had an issue, and they threatened each other, and she informed the DPO to arrest Thank God. We're talking about children now. Because if Thank God is 15 or 16, let me see, how old is Thank God? If Thank God is 14-year-old, that means the girl will still be in the same age bracket because they are in the same school, right? Now, the girl asked the DPO to arrest Thank God. Now, according to them, we immediately went to the girl's house to look for her. We met her mother, and she said she wasn't aware that her daughter asked another person to arrest another person.
Small girl with big God
small girl
right
with big God. So she told us the girl had gone to it's an Islamic school. Later, they met the girl, heard her side of the story, and asked her to contact the DPO. The girl called the DPO to come and see her, and to their surprise, the DPO rushed down from a beer parlor, they said, refused to listen to, and threatened to charge Thank God, a 14-year-old, to court. Now, they say the relationship between both the girl and the DPO remains unknown. Thank God was arrested on Monday, and he was in the same detention with thieves and criminals. He spent 2 nights in the cell. He was tortured by the policemen and his cellmates. That's what happens in police stations, in prisons. Tortured by your cellmates, of course. Also, the sister took food to him in the station, but she was told not to give him the food because it was already past 10 p.m. and that anything after 6 p.m. food is not allowed in prisons. Now, a source also told the neighborhood, spoke to reporters, that she was at fault. She bragged initially she was going to show the boy that she has a boyfriend who is a senior police officer. And people thought that she was joking. And it was after the family reached out to the Police Public Complaint Commission, which intervened, that the boy was eventually released. It was glaring the DPO has a in the case, possibly due to an affair with the girl, as she claimed, because this girl never filed a statement or visited the station. She only informed the DPO by call, who ordered his men to arrest the boy. And when contact alleged that that his men were assaulted during the arrest. Ladies and gentlemen, this is over to you, because when I read this story yesterday, I didn't know what to make of the story. First, the fact that the DPO might be dating a minor is a thing of concern. Number 2, a young girl knows to intimidate her classmate because of exchange of words. Let's see who we have here.
Hello,
good morning.
Hello, my one and only beautiful sister, Martha.
Good morning to you.
Martha, I greet you, special. I greet other people too in the studio. Yes, my name is Cindy, taking all the way from Natarawa State.
Thank you so much.
A lot of things are happening, the ones we can hear and the ones we cannot hear. And when I talk about the issue of beggars in Abuja, matter, I bet there are some beggars that are millionaires. Some beggars have money. But I wonder why they still prefer to go out there and beg. Right under some beggars' clothing, if you check, you will see more than 500,000 naira. And there are some that have places where they hide their money. But for someone that has out to 500,000, I wonder why the person is still a beggar. So some of us have come to a conclusion that there are some people that choose begging as a way of living, which is not good at all. And for the minister of FCT to come out to take beggars away, out of the street of Abuja, I think is commendable because almost all the staff beggars. And I believe those that some of them they have all their body parts complete. They have their 2 legs, their 2 eyes, everything complete. They can go and look for something to engage themselves in, rather than begging. And talking about the police, it's not just the police. If you have a problem with a girl that, and I know that is going out with, they will come in a truck or sometimes 50 trucks. They come and bundle you, and sometimes your family will hear from you for a long time. We have had courses to go to meet other person, radio. So because even if you go to the police station, the police will call and the army they will tell you that they cannot respond to the police. And until they have punished you and they feel that they have punished you enough. A lot of the matter about if you are owing somebody, there are some people that will now bypass the police, they will go and call the army. Why it's supposed to be the police that will come because it's a civil case. But the army will come and ask why you are owing somebody, and they will take you to the barracks and they will detain you, and sometimes they will give you another thing. And by the time the person returns, even the family cannot recognize the person because the person will be swollen up. So let people who are in charge of police and other security agencies, let us see other Nigerians. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Hundu, for that contribution there. Let's move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Morning, Mata.
Hi, Soso. Welcome back.
Morning. How are you?
Very well, thank you.
Thank God it's Friday.
Yeah, you are not saying it well. Come on, give me the vibe.
Yeah. So, Mata. On a very serious note, right?
Yeah.
There are some persons that maybe for one reason or the other, they beg that you can see that genuinely this person needs this help, right?
Yeah.
And offer them such help, you will never see them again, right?
Yes.
But I want to give one. If you go to Use Market, right? Hello?
Yes, go on. What with you?
If you go to Use Market, there's this guy that rolled on the ground. If you go to Use Market,
yes, I think like, with his stomach, right? I think.
No, that guy, he had something packed by his knee and his hand, and you see him rolling on the ground, on the ground. There is just one particular place that he rolled.
Yes,
so I've monitored him over time. You give him money and you find out that there was a time when I got scared. There was a time in the morning I was in Use Market, and I could see this guy making deposit of huge amounts of money, and I became scared. So I was like, okay, so this guy can actually have this kind of money and he comes here every day. Why not use this money, set up a business and sit down and do something for yourself? So there are some, in fact, there was even one that you look as if the whole thing is a lucrative business for them. There are people that beg, genuinely you can see that these people need help. But that there are some have turned it to be a business for them, and it's what they do year in, year out.
Yeah.
It is sad.
It's sad.
So, having said that matter, I want to report this. If you go to Area 10, right? Opposite, there is government college or something. There is one secondary school that is there. If there is a plaza facing that gate, and you see, I don't know where that water is coming from. I want to call on the environmentals. It's not just chasing those banana women around.
Okay.
The water that is coming in front of that place, if you see the water, whether it's from the soccer way, from any, I don't know what that water is, but on the road, and it's facing the school gates. and children crossing over there. And if you see the smell, it's very, very horrible, very bad.
Yes.
If the environmental can attend to that, not just chasing banana women around.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so. We
Banana
really
women
appreciate it.
actually got me.
See, banana women.
Yeah.
All right, let's take this one. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, good morning.
All right, Donatus, thank you for joining us again.
Thank you very much. I think the school authority should be calling to order. You understand? The principal of the school should be arrested. I don't think that it's a very good thing that somebody will come from outside, a police or a military man will come and arrest a student without their notice. They must to inform the school authority.
No, he wasn't arrested in school, so I think the school had little or nothing to do, but he was arrested at home. But I mean, again, the school would have intervened because the quarrel happened in school.
Okay.
Yes.
I think even the parents should call to order. You understand? They are not going to tell me that they don't know where about their children, the movement of their children. You understand? At least she could have been making some certain call that suspecting her that this girl, the direction she's going, you don't want it. You understand?
Yeah.
I think the parents should call to order too.
Yes.
And the girl, if by this age she started relating with this kind of
DPO, small girl with big God.
I'm telling you, by the time she will reach 20, some people are in trouble.
Might be the
I
IG.
think they should call her. They should call her to order.
Thank you so
They don't know
much.
what they are doing.
Thank you so much for that contribution. You see why we had the conversation for the 10 o'clock hour? Access to some of these gadgets, access to some of these phones. And that's why I appreciate the last caller, the first caller on that show, where she said she had kids.
Yeah.
And, she regulates, she goes on from time to time to see what these
They're doing
children
with the phones,
do
yeah.
with these phones. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mata, quickly.
All right, Salasi.
Salasi.
All right, go on.
Donald from Niger. Donald Trump, you're welcome. I read you. I want to talk about this police of a thing. Honestly, you remember in your radio station, we read the story of the same thing happening in Kaduna. A young girl reported that boy to her boyfriend, and they later killed that boy.
Yes, I remember that.
Well, I don't know what is wrong with our security men. We are battling with the insecurity. They should use their muscles to fight the bandit and the criminal. How would they do that?
Honestly. Yes, we are with you. Go on, Salasi. We are with you. We can hear you.
So this kind of thing is so painful. We are battling with insecurity. They should use the power given to them to go to Sokoto, Katsina, and Sokoto. We don't hear this morning for newspaper everywhere that we just get another new terrorist group springing up from Sokoto. They are not talking of that one. They will just go and be taking innocent people, arresting them. That people need to be arrested. He needs to be reported. And the police authority should do something about him. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Salasi. I don't even want to think about what I would do to that girl if she's my kid, because it's surprising to know that this child, her parents did not know that she knew the DPO. It is very surprising to know. But let's move on. Hello, good morning to you.
Hello, Mata. Yeah, this Hundu calling back.
Hundu, please quickly.
Mata, I want to make an appeal, Mata. There is something that disturbing so much.
Okay.
There are some female beggars.
Okay.
Some of them are blind. Yes. Some of them can still see.
Okay.
And they are not married. So you always see them with children, or always see them with a pregnancy. Our men should be disciplined enough. How can a woman be begging? And those men, they will hide and them, and make them pregnant, and they will carry children, and they will leave them with the children because the woman does not even know who is the father of the children.
Yeah.
So our men must be ashamed of themselves. Those men who are doing such things, they should do this for me. If you want to marry her, marry her. But if you don't want to marry her, she's blind and you are making her pregnant and she's carrying children and you don't even assist her and she can't even say the children that this is her father. Please let our men be disciplined. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Hundu.
Wow. A very, very important point there, honestly, because indeed there are ladies who are out there. They are blind, or some of them they are physically challenged, and then because they are in a very vulnerable state, some people will now, take advantage of them, and it makes no sense. I really can't even get a sense of, whatever emotion or, a feeling that actually appeals to the fact that you want to take advantage of someone that is physically challenged. Have you got conscience at all?
Fetish.
And then for the girl who actually got the DPO to arrest, I'm just imagining the kind of argument they actually had or that actually ensued, between her and this guy or this boy that would even warrant you involving a DPO. DPO.
That's why it's important to be careful. I don't know if you...
Even if there are channels that you can actually follow to report all of this, as opposed to just getting it. And then the DPO, he probably does not even know his job. It's really very shameful and laughable, for someone of his caliber to stoop so low. A girl in secondary school now dictates or tells you what to do.
And the thing is, again, I don't want to blame parents for everything, but again, it still goes back there.
No, the parents must be blamed, honestly, because for these girls to have this level of guts,
it still goes back.
A DPO,
and you do not know. You heard it from somewhere.
Like, come on.
All right. Hello. Good morning to you.
Yes, hello. Good morning. My name is Abraham Adesaya from Uche. Yes. Good. So let me start from making you ladies in the house to realize your power. Because one of you before my call came in was surprised that a small girl can control a big man. Yes, that's the power. That is your power. Yes, Mother exercised that power on Adam too. So we understand. Of course, we understand.
Well, you say your name is Abraham, right?
Yes.
Abraham.
So no issue. No issue about that. The only error there is for that officer. What he did is he abused his power.
Yeah.
For him using that his authority on that small guy. And I want to call on the authority because like this, our minor they brought to court of recess, they've been in detention for remand because they put them in cell for 90 days.
90.
No issue until when they started falling. Then the whole world took it upon themselves. Yeah. And within 3 days, they regained their freedom. So this very issue now, I don't really want us to sweep it under carpet. I want the media to address it. Let's call on the authority. It needs be to investigate the DPO. Let's do that so that we can fight for justice and stop others because things are happening to us in this country. I'm telling you, if you have access to information on what we are doing to ourselves, you will be marveled. You will marvel. I'm not interested in their relationship because I know things happen. Things happen, so I don't want to dwell in that. But what concerns me is that man for using his power wrongly on that young man.
Yeah.
I'm really concerned about that. Thank you for this privilege given. God bless you.
Thank you so much, Abraham. That's very official. But anyways, let's get a few messages. This one says, good morning, Princess. Good morning, Princess, and your colleague. This is Mr. Uche from Central Area. Hi, Mr. Uche. It says, good educational foundation is key to proper development, growth, and for children. However, it cannot totally eradicate the ills of the society. It's very disheartening to see several primary schools in the area councils. So the what's word to get it? But anyways, and very unconducive for learning, serving as school for children. What will they learn from such a place? FCT should not be about Abuja Municipal only, where attention is focused upon at all times. Please. Okay, that's a call. Thank you so much, Mr. Uche. This one says, good morning, ladies in the house. This police matter is definitely deep. DPO arresting a minor without proper investigation. With the way you shared the story, it's crystal clear that the DPO is having an affair with a little girl. God forbid that DPO needs to be, God forbid bad thing. That DPO needs to be behind bars by now. Have a nice weekend, ladies. This is Ugo Donald from Abuja. Thank you so much for that contribution. Now, this one also says, it's quite a long message. It says, good morning, Martha, and Omoefe. You see what is going on in our security agencies. Can you imagine a divisional police officer dating a minor allegedly? Well, I hope the Inspector General of Police is listening to this. What concerned police officer with a civil matter with a minor? But I will tell you, the name of the DPO has been taken, the division of the DPO has been taken, the division where he's serving has, I beg your pardon, the name of the DPO has been taken. The division where he's serving has also been taken. There must be an update for this. Thank God for social media. Soon watch out for this face. Soon watch out for this face. It will be on display on the media. With this kind of security men around us, the fight for corruption is abortive. There are some things that is stinking to the ear to hear. Don't be surprised that this DPO has a daughter. It's quite a disheartening situation. It's a disgraceful one at that. To see that someone of that caliber would condescend so low to handle such a matter.
When there are more pressing issues on your table,
yes,
to deal with.
All right. Let's hear you call us up on 090-7353-00 and 44 or 090-8766-88 and 88. Remember, we have a WhatsApp portal number, and you can very much send us messages like Uche and a couple of others have done on 09097054450.
All right, this message here, Uche from Akamata says, I will blame the parent, to an extent, but the girl, I must shame her attitude. Martha, you see what we are talking about, on
the age.
Talking about, at what age should a parent give their children phone? You see, this has just displayed my contribution over maturity and parents using their heads, in making decisions.
Yes. You have a phone, you have a DPO's number in that phone, you're dating a DPO, and your parents don't know nothing.
Even the parents, they don't have the contact of the DPO.
God forbid, though, that I will learn about my child from the public. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. We need to be very careful. See, when I talk about raising children, I'm very particular about the kind of children that people raise these days. Because it's not just about you. These children become great influences in society.
Right.
You get. And we need to be careful. As parents, we have a responsibility. We're stewards, They are called children because they cannot think for themselves. They cannot make certain decisions for themselves. It is assumed that you have gone through the entire process so that you can help them make it easy. Remember, I always say
decisions.
That. Exactly. I always say, they tell you experience is the best teacher. But you don't really need to learn from your experience. You can learn from other people's experience. Because these people have paid the price for the knowledge that you don't need to go about making those mistakes again. But yes, if you have children, if you have wards, you have dependents, people that, that depend on you, basically, be very cautious about them. Be very careful. Try to be in the know. Don't be a laissez-faire parent where nothing concerns you. It's the 21st century, they are big. Let them have their way all the time. You'd regret the kind of kid that you'll be raising eventually. This is a very concerning case, and like Uche said, we will follow through with the case, and as long as we get updates, we keep updating you guys here on radio. But yes, that brings us to the very end of the Abuja Now segment of the show. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate having you here, and I appreciate you guys contributing every single time. The way Princess has been flying up and about today, I need to go and look at the mirror again for some 5 minutes, to digest that beauty. You know what I'm saying?